Hi, I'm Huck, and I want to thank all my new friends and subscribers for watching my first video that I posted almost 2 weeks ago. I know, I had intended to post a second video long before this, but shit happens. Now I realize I had promised with the posting of my first video that I would attempt to post a video at least once a week. And I also told you on my first video that, well, I would always be honest with you. You see, one day after posting that first video, I came home from work to find my mom lying unconscious on her bedroom floor. She'd been laying there for hours. The next few days were really touch and go, but I'm happy to let you know that she is recovering now. She is getting great care, and I'm optimistic that within the next few weeks she'll be coming home better and stronger than ever. And for that, I thank God. Now I realize this isn't funny, but I hope it does explain two things. One, it should explain why I haven't posted a video in the last 2 weeks. I mean, I've been running crazy going back and forth to the hospital and just worrying about my mom. Two, I think it probably also helps explain why I look so haggard and worn out. Stress can do that to a person. Frankly, I'm a little surprised that in the comments that were made on my first video, no one mentioned just how awful I look. You see, I didn't always look like this. And for that, I blame former President George W. Bush. No, seriously. I mean, before those long 8 punishing years under President Bush, I actually looked like this. What? And after 8 years of President Bush, I look like this. Yeah, pretty scary. I mean, anyone that looks like that shouldn't come out of the house. Just looking at that face will make you do crazy things. But, as you can see, I am starting to recover, thanks to 14 months now under President Obama. But a full recovery takes time. I just hope that 3 years from now, the voters don't do something really foolish. Like, I don't know, elect Sarah Palin. I mean, this body just can't take it. Now, this is not to say the Democrats can't also be stupid. Why, just this week, a YouTube video went viral featuring Democratic Congressman from Georgia, Hank Johnson. In a congressional hearing, Congressman Johnson suggested that the deployment of 8,000 U.S. troops to the tiny island of Guam might cause the little island to tip over and capsize. No, seriously, I'm not making this up. Now I know since he made that statement, his staff has made some efforts to try to pass that comment off as some type of April Fool's joke. You know, that he was only pretending to be so stupid. Well, I'm old enough, and unfortunately, I pay attention enough to realize that most members of Congress really are that stupid. In fact, the only people that are more stupid are the voters who put them in office in the first place. So, if you're one of those folks who voted for Congressman Johnson down in Georgia, or perhaps you live in Minnesota and you voted for Michelle Bachmann, or you live in Virginia and you voted for Eric Cantor, or Southern Ohio and you voted for John Boehner, or maybe you live in South Carolina and you voted for Joe Uli Wilson. You know, the list is way too long here. Anyway, if you voted for any of those idiots, I happen to have access to a list of very competent mental health professionals thanks to recent developments in my own family, and I'd be happy to pass them your way to help you and our country. Please contact me so I can forward the information to you. I'm here to help. You know, I can remember a time when there were actually some Republicans I respected and admired. But it seems that the whole party has somewhat shifted to the extreme right these last few years. Now, I don't think they really desire to be admired or respected by the other side of the political fence. In fact, I suspect they just want to be feared. They kind of remind me of the bullies I knew as a kid. You know, the ones that would play a game with you until you crushed them. And then they'd get mad, they'd throw stones at you, call you names, grab their ball, and run home. The only difference is today, they seem to come back with loaded guns. I will probably revisit this topic on another day, but Now, let's get back on track. I mentioned in my first video that I had actually spent months studying YouTube, and in that time I noticed a lot of creative, original material. But I also noticed a lot of unoriginal similarities. Now, I realize that not everyone can, afford an expensive video camera and equipment, but there's nothing wrong with recording things from your bedroom on your webcam. But at least take the time and effort to, make your bed and throw your dirty clothes somewhere out of sight. I've always found that, the floor of your closet or under the bed do nicely. It is just a little unnerving, however, to be scrolling through new YouTube channels, looking for something interesting, and finding bedroom webcam after bedroom webcam after bedroom webcam. I mean, it starts to feel like one of those creepy chat rooms where at any minute you expect a penis to jump out at you. That said, I'm not opposed to more ladies trying this bedroom webcam thing. There also seems to be this weird obsession with props on YouTube videos these days. I haven't exactly put my finger on it, but it has something to do with like crazy fashion trends. Now, some of this is just innocent stuff where I think some young YouTubers are just kind of following in the footsteps of what they see on some of the more popular video channels. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking an idea you see on YouTube and improving upon it. But generally, I think my advice would be just to be yourself. That's when YouTube seems to be at its best. But I wouldn't rush out and get that new earlobe ring just because someone famous on YouTube decided that they don't ever have to go out and compete for a real job. Finally, I want to mention that I do have some ideas for new videos that I'll be posting hopefully within the next few weeks. Some of them are quite involved and, at least at my skill level, pretty complicated. They involve a lot of new characters I'll be introducing, some fun new environments and locations, like inside a schoolroom, for instance. And, well, they'll also involve a lot of my friends who I hope will be taking part. I also want to honor my favorite YouTuber, SuperMac18, by attempting to do a parody of some of his best material. This is going to be a real challenge for me. I don't have his technical expertise, and I'm clueless as far as how he manages to use some of the music he gets on his videos without, that whole copyright infringement policy stuff. Anyway, however I manage it, I could use your help. Feel free in the comments below to mention your favorite SuperMac18 video, or at least some favorite moments from one of them. I promise to try to incorporate some of your favorites into my parody if I can. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm Huck. Thanks for watching. Until next time.